just got done with work. Looking forward to another weekend of biking. Gonna hit the trails, probably end up practicing a lot at the skills park at my local trail. We were lucky enough to have something like that, honestly, to where people can go out there and really get comfortable on the drops and the jumps. Gonna try to get some good footage for y'all of that, so y'all can kind of see what all we've ended up building in my town for all the bikers, as well as some of the upcoming stuff that they're adding. But I'm headed back to my house right now. Got to grab some of the clothes that I need to go hit the trails this weekend, because it is hot. I mean, it is 95 degrees right now, and it's after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So hoping it cools down a little bit tonight, and then gonna get out really early tomorrow. Probably wake up about 6, try to be out at the trail about 7. Already got the bike loaded up. Really, it's just grabbing a few odds and ends, like the GoPro charger, maybe an extra SD card, power brick, so I can have extra power for my phone while I'm out there, and fill up the cooler, of course. But we'll be grabbing that stuff from my house and then heading over to my girl's house that I stay with on the weekends. Luckily, it's really close to the trails, so it's pretty convenient for me during the weekend for the hobbies that I enjoy doing. But hoping to sit down either tomorrow morning or tonight later on and give y'all a rundown of everything I use, such as the bike that I ended up building myself and just some of the gear that I use. I use a helmet from ProTech that I don't see a lot of people using, and I really think a lot more people would enjoy, especially during the summertime in Texas with how hot it is, because it's such a lightweight helmet. But give y'all a lot of that review later on tonight or tomorrow, like I'm talking about, and just kind of show y'all the preparation of putting everything in the truck, getting ready to head out to the trails. But I will check back in with y'all a little bit later on, like I said, so till then. Wanted to take a minute and show y'all the bike, kind of show y'all what all I ride with. So I'm riding a Diamondback Recoil Comp 27.5 Maxxis tires, DHF on the front, DHR on the rear, 7-speed freewheel with a Sunrace 7-speed derailleur and a 1x on the front that with the Black Op cranks. Got the Rock Bro pedals, one of the X Fusion shocks on the back of it, just a coil, 450-pound spring. Really helps with the bottoming out since I'm so light. The whole bike is a size small. The bar and stem are a Wake. Bars are the Comp series, kind of tried to match it along with the bike. Tektro brakes, a box shifter. Just one of their cheaper ones. I like their brand, but all I needed was the cheaper 7-speed, because I'm just going to stick with a 7-speed on the back. I've got one of the hydration packs from Walmart, just one of the cheap ones. It's already kind of falling apart. The zipper doesn't even work anymore, but gives me a little bit of holding for my protein bars and sometimes a drink or something like that if I'm taking a GoPro with me, and my Red Bull on the trail. ProTech helmet, just one of the skateboard ones. I really like these helmets because they are so bendy. I had a 3-foot drop that I took on this thing and actually went over the bar straight on top of my head, and it survived just fine. Of course, got another GoPro mount on the front of that just in case I want to switch from the chest to the head cam. And that's pretty much the whole setup. So I will see y'all when I get out there on the trails or on the jumps. All right, guys, we are starting the trail for the morning. Very excited about this. Like I said, never got to ride this trail. Love the weather this morning. Still nice and cool because the sun's not really out yet. I actually saw the moon still up in the sky when I first got here this morning, which was very awesome. Definitely some climbing on this. What that normally means, there's gonna be a pretty awesome downhill. I looked on the map when I first started, and it looks like there's supposed to be a drop somewhere back here. see, it says go this way. So we'll follow this way. Ooh, that's a little muddy. Let's see. Try just walking around this. I don't feel like getting my bike all dirty already. I think this is just a loop around. Yeah. So, looks like the ground's gonna be a little more wet today. You can definitely tell why I have my bars so much more narrow than a lot of other people with how tight the trails are at my local spots that I go to. Down trees. A lot of spider webs. Getting them all over me this morning. That's one of the parts of being outside. I do like how they use this space since it's such a short little area over on this side. They really give you the switchbacks to kind of get more riding in a shorter space. But it's a whole lot of back and forth. Not trying to go too fast, just trying to take it in since I've never rode this trail. Kind of figure out where everything is. Another very wet section. I see why they closed this off, because it just holds water down here. Luckily, those Maxxis tires don't mind mud. They'll just grip into it. They do a lot better actually in wet conditions than they do in dry. I've been considering switching to like the high rollers for the summertime, or even the Ardent, as well as some of Maxxis's semi-slick tires where the treads are cut off in the center and really hard. So they just roll quicker, but it's still got the sides with the huge knobs. Finally over to the first wood feature. Nice little bridge. Very nice. And I haven't had to shift yet because, like I said, it's just a lot of switchback. The trail's really not undulating up and down too much. I'm getting a little winded, so may go up to a higher gear. Ooh, feel that water on them legs. Some more wood. I like that. They're finding the places that hold the most water and just building a crossing over the top of it. That's really smart, actually. All right, got a drink, got my breath, knocked off all the spider webs, downshift, because this looks like it's finally gonna run out. Back here to power line, so this is the section that a lot of people like to see. Never got to do it, only saw pictures, so let's give it a try. Oh, that's a rooty section. Should have been in a much lower gear. This one, when I walked it, this looked like the best line over the top of that. whole lot of roots. Really take away a lot of your speed. Jump into higher gear to get over these. Ooh, it's muddy. Go around through the trees. Coming up on the first small jump. Can't really get no air off that. This is the one I'm really looking for. Oh, to really launch it off that thing. Go ahead and hit my warm-up lines for the jumps. All right, second run. Ooh, not enough speed. Well, I guess I'm going to end the video here. That last jump ended up landing with my back of my bike still up on where it crested the jump, so it shot the suspension up, and end result was my hanger broke, and then the derailleur that was on the bike, it's really loose and wobbly now, and most of the screws have already been stripped out. The low limit screw doesn't even go in all the way. So I decided to go ahead and just run to the bike shop. Ended up just getting a no brand, Shimano compatible, so it's the same pretty much as what I already had on there. The cage on it is definitely smaller, which I'm excited about because I was going to get a short cage derailleur anyway in the future, and I'd had this on there for a year, so probably time to switch it out. But no bike shop anywhere had the actual hanger that I need, so I did have to order that from a specific website called derailleurhangers.com. It was a 48 dropout. I went to another bike shop. The one that they had in stock that was a 48 didn't fit my bike. It was too big, and the bolt holes were not the correct placement. That bolt hole was more like up here, and it needed to be over here. Other than that, the front would have fit perfectly, but I did find the specific dropout, I believe, so give y'all a little bit of update on that whenever it finally comes in and I'm able to put everything back together. Bike's just sitting over there with no chain, no derailleur on it. Not really worried about it, but the footage that I got, pretty sure you guys will enjoy it. So, signing off.